Hey friends, look who I am with today.
Hi guys, how are you?
Tell them who you are.
I'm Joseph Bonanno from San Giuseppe Cigars.
That is correct. And we're in Maxis Cigar Lounge here in Franklin Square, Long Island. And we are having a special event, or Joseph is having a special event today. What's your event tonight?
Well, we're introducing our brand, into the area. We're kind of a new company, so we're getting plugged into a lot of places, and we have a distribution now in the nation right now with the John Daly line.
Oh, it's so
Yeah,
good.
so it's been.
That's sold out, right? Yeah.
We sold out overnight, thank God.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And what are we cutting lighting?
Right now, this
your
is one of my
latest
new blend. I made this about 6 months ago. I aged it. It's a I kind of blended this for myself, because I try to do that when I'm in the factory. I use different tobaccos from different regions. We always use our Dominican tobacco somewhere in the cigar. Either it's going to be in the binder. It's never in the wrapper. It'll always be in the binder or the filler. Most of the time, I use 2 longleaf filler Dominicans, and then I'll use like a Pennsylvania broadleaf or even a Connecticut. I'll throw in there. But this particular one is it's a Habano 2000 wrapper, and it's got a Ecuadorian binder, and then we're doing we have two Dominican fillers, and actually a Cuban filler, Cuban leaf.
The
Yeah,
first time
Yeah.
blending with some Cuban.
I have 1 Cuban leaf in there.
Nice.
Yeah.
So in the factory in the Dominican Republic.
Yes.
You get the Pennsylvania broadleaf
From PA, yeah.
And then your rollers make this in the Dominican.
Correct. So basically, we source tobacco from ourselves that we grow and we ferment. Obviously, we age and ferment, and we also get it from other brokers and suppliers. We'll, at any given time, depending on what we're doing, we can have 25, 30,000 pounds of tobacco sitting in the warehouse. And again, when we get it too, we also do the process. There's a fermentation process that I gotta go through.
Yeah,
with heat exchange, you got to rotate the tobacco. In time, it's a whole very intricate thing. I would need a lot more time to discuss that.
No, that's going to be part of my other question.
Yeah.
You know what we're going to do for our fans?
We're gonna light it up.
So we are like
I'm actually gonna have you cut it for me, because if I move my arm, I'm gonna hit this. I'm gonna hit the microphone. Are you a V cut? Yeah, perfect. Thank you. Yeah, you can use mine.
All right. Oh, this is
You can use your V cut too. It's fine. Yeah, it's a little intricate. There you go. Well, that's built into the lighter. It makes it a little bit easier. It's fine.
Okay.
Perfect. Yeah. Yeah, it's
Cutter and a
it's
lighter.
a cutter built-in lighter. Yeah. Actually, it was a gift from a very dear friend of mine, Bill Ragone. He bought it for my birthday. Yeah. So I travel. It's like a good luck lighter.
So with all the talk of the different leaf, this is definitely one of my main questions. So when you were growing up, what's your first memory of like
A cigar?
Yeah,
My
and
father.
tobacco and how
My father,
it
Tony
smelled?
Anthony, he's still obviously still around. My father,
Yeah.
and we smoke cigars all the time. Me and my father, I bring him up. I actually use my father for testing cigars.
That was definitely what I meant by
I
that.
get all the
for sure.
criticism from,
Yeah.
hey Joey, I didn't like it. I did like it. This smoke's move. I don't like. So it's like he's my tester.
Yeah, but
in a way.
that's really important.
Well, it's good because he's not gonna sugarcoat anything. He's gonna tell me the way it is, which is good.
For sure, yeah. The first time, I think, well over a year ago, I tried one of the San Giuseppe cigars right on light up. Just the smell and the aroma got me, because as my fans know, I have the super palate. Now, do you have a super palate? Because as a blender,
Yeah.
a master blender, you must. I mean, you naturally know.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't
Years,
call myself a master blender, but my master blender is a real master. We've been in the business 40-something years. He actually worked for some of the majors that are out there, like Fuente, and he worked for La Flor Dominicana, he worked for Davidoff, so he's got a lot of experience, and he's the maestro, man. He's just no. So when I go there, we kind of discuss what we want or what we're trying to accomplish, and then it's not just you blend it and you have to let it age. So you need that perfect balance of time, and once you lock in, well, I'm going to call it the recipe, right? It's the recipe, the blend. It's like Kentucky Fried Chicken, right? They got a recipe. Once you lock that in, remember that it's a natural product. It's never going to be 100%, right? So you have to try to hit it. But normally we get it real close, and that's where all the manufacturers are. You want to use this, Angela? Use this. Use my lighter. It's a good luck lighter.
Right.
Toasted for, yeah.
His good luck lighter. Let's see. Oh wow, it's a triple torch there. Toast that foot, beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, toast that foot up.
All right, let's get that.
There you go. You're going to get a lot of different flavor notes from this cigar. right off the bat.
It smells.
You're gonna get earthy. You're gonna get some chocolate. I get cocoa,
Do you
hints
get
of
cedar
cocoa.
in that? It's
Little bit. You'll get an earthy cedar, yeah.
But mostly, would you say like?
It's creamy.
creamy.
It's
Yeah,
got
you
a.
said
It's
so
more of a medium. I don't make anything overpowering. My cigars. I have a San Andres wrap that we're coming out with now for Larry Walker. We just launched his brand.
Yeah.
We just put it all on sale on Thanksgiving night.
Larry Walker, you heard it here first.
Yeah.
The people
Hall
know.
of Fame,
Is that already
Colorado.
Is that on your
Oh
website?
yeah, we really launched it. How Larry Walker, Colorado
Because I
Rockies.
saw Wade Boggs. Now that's
Yes.
recent.
I was
So
just
how
at
long
Wade.
have you been doing Larry?
Well, we signed the contract with him not too long ago, but we went right to production because we have that home plate box that I originally started with Jose Reyes,
Yeah.
and we patented that box. So now it's patented. Yeah, nobody could touch the idea. So
Wow, okay.
now we
Well,
continue
I was
that
wondering
over. Yeah,
about that 'cause, yeah.
yeah.
So nobody else can sell a cigar.
Not in a home plate box. They can't if they want to have to put in.
Special home, but yeah, that's
You
kinda
can't even
good
put chocolates in there.
memorabilia.
You can't even make chocolates and that box is patented.
Nice.
The design. So yeah, which is we kind of were onto something, so we said let's get it patented right away
Yeah,
just in case,
smart.
Which
Smart.
yeah.
Yeah, not only does he know cigars, but he knows good business. Big ring- What we got over here? John, come say hi to the people.
How
We're
are
here
you?
for San Giuseppe.
Nice to meet you. Thank you for having us.
That's
And
Big
what's
John
your role?
Giuliani.
What's his name?
John.
Big John.
Big John, I call
And
him.
what's your role with the company?
I am the regional rep for New York State,
Well, you
and
do a
I.
great job.
Oh, thank you so much. And I try to introduce a new brand and do all behind the scenes.
He's the best.
legwork.
John's the best.
He does all the behind the scenes legwork. I don't know if you can hear it in the mic there, but
Come talk
yeah,
over here.
yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right.
Yeah.
There you are.
All right. What are you smoking, Joe?
I'm smoking our new blend.
Oh, nice.
That's the Habano, the Gordito or the
You
Gordo.
got one in there?
I do. I have an extra one right in here for you.
Very good.
So is this a 60 ring gauge?
62. 62 by 5.
2 by 5.
Yeah.
This is what I'm telling you.
I love this size.
I love a big ring gauge.
I do for my hand too. You don't have a big hand. You want to have. I mean, again, I like smoking my Toros. The 52 to 54 gauges are nice. The typical Toro's like probably my go-to. Robusto's like when I'm having breakfast in the morning. If I want to, when I'm in the DR and I go up to the poolside before my driver picks me up,
Yeah, the
I grab a Robusto
A
because it's quick and I have that with a cup of coffee and
Okay, so he starts with a Robusto in the morning.
yeah.
And then would you say you typically smoke at least 3 cigars a day?
No,
or-
I actually when I'm in the DR I probably smoke 5, but because I'm going to the factory, I'm tasting, I'm testing. But when I'm home, no, I don't smoke in my house. I don't smoke in my car.
Yeah.
I actually come home and take my clothes and put them in a bag.
I have a cigar area too of my clothes.
You have to, yeah.
And do you know that I have a separate spray bottle, I have it here, of just straight, I don't buy the expensive vodka for this actually. I just have a simple spray bottle of just vodka.
Really?
And if you do a mist, yeah.
It works.
I have to do my hair and
You
stuff.
spray the
If you
vodka?
spray, like especially this
Yeah, it's
cold,
cashmere,
you-
yeah.
Yeah, cashmere. You can spray your clothes with vodka and it will take out the smell. And you
Really?
know how I learned that from, I was in theater even in high school and in college actually. But for the costumes, we would spray.
Really?
Yeah, like the robing and the, yeah, so if you need to ever
Neutralizes, I guess, right?
just straight
Straight vodka. Does it have to be Tito's?
That's
That's my preferred. Listen, you know what they say. Whatever you cook, you should drink. So I'm gonna use Tito's when we do it.
Well, you're the big boss here, so you
Yeah,
can
I'm gonna
afford a
use
bottle of
Tito.
Tito.
Yeah, Tito.
We have a separate area. And actually, please comment below because that's interesting. Because as a cigar lover myself, and the whole smell of it, but I don't smoke in my car either because then
No.
the lining, like the fabric in your car, when you get the cigar smell on it through time, it doesn't actually
I think it's
smell
a
so
good
hot.
time always to have clean air, right? I mean, I'm not saying cigar, but cigar, after you actually could smoke a cigar, you could come out of sometimes I come out, I get a little bit of a headache because, nicotine could cause a headache. So you got to be careful. Sometimes it's good to go outside and take a break, just get some fresh air, breaths in, come back in,
Yeah.
I mean, it's controversial, but, when they talk about tobacco smoke, and this is 100% organic, right? So
This
we're not
is
talking about fillers and
absolutely.
like what they put in cigarettes and then you're inhaling it, so it's...
Yeah, it's terrible that they clump this with the tobacco law.
They just-
it can't be.
it's
Now,
just in
you
their
as a
knowledge of it,
cigar, company owner, what is your, do you go to any of the meetings, or do you have friends that you know that are helping work with the legislation because I think we had some wins over the past couple of years, right? And recently.
Well,
this
actually, Bill
summer,
Ragone,
we
I
had
was
two.
mentioned him before.
Yeah.
He's the advocate for New York.
Yeah.
He lobbed,
Bill Ragone.
Bill Ragone, yeah.
For the whole state?
He,
'Cause I'm
New
upstate.
York, yeah, New York, yeah.
Okay, I have to
He's
check
one
that
of
out.
them, yeah, and he's
Yeah.
he's
Well,
very
thank
he's
you
very
for
active
doing
with
all
that.
hard work, because let me tell you, it's a little bit insulting to me. For sure,
It is. I
that
mean,
they even try to clump this. This is 100% natural product, and
nothing but sunshine and water.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Now, I've been to different plantations here in Connecticut
Yeah.
in the past. So in the Dominican, where do you do your seeding and stuff? Everything's right.
Yeah,
over
in,
there.
in,
You
in, in an
germinate-
area called Navarrete. It's right in the Santiago region is where we grow the tobacco. There's a lot of
Is it
little.
all close within miles.
Yeah, yeah. There's from the factory, 20 minutes,
Okay.
and now we're actually opening up. I connected with a guy down there that I'm doing. We actually do a John Daly wrap. It's an actual. It's a blunt wrap that they use to smoke cannabis.
Yeah.
And we just put that into the market, and it's really biting well. But we're moving our operation. We're setting up in the free zone, which is going to be in the Zona Franca, which is in Navarrete. And we have the facilities about total. What he has is about maybe 35,000, 40,000 square feet. We're going to take a portion of that and set up shop there, and I like to keep everything under one roof, better quality control.
Oh yeah, for sure. Now, how many times do you get down?
I go down every month, probably 3-4 days, and now when new projects come, I go down more. I was just there last week and a half
I
ago.
just saw you online.
Yeah.
That's cool. So tell us about because the Wade Boggs, is that your most recent?
Yeah,
And that was I don't know. Are you a fan of Bert Kreischer? Because he's a comedian and he loves cigars.
what's his name?
Bert Kreischer.
Yeah, I heard of him. Yeah,
But the thing is, he's actually he was into baseball. He first went to college for baseball and this and that, but he lasted like a day and then became a world famous comedian. But he interviewed recently Wade Boggs, and I was kind of surprised that
Really?
he talk about the cigar. Yeah, because they're
when recent.
'cause he's from Tampa, right? Wade?
Yeah, I was just
Yeah.
at his home. He was honored to be invited. Me and my fiance, we went there just a couple of weeks ago. We went to his holiday party. His wife Debbie and him. Yeah,
Oh,
we
that's nice.
we had he announced it in front of all his friends. We stood up in the living room and he was very proud of it. I actually just spoke to them today because we're going to be doing his launch party sometime in the spring. So that's
Down in Tampa?
No, here in New York. Oh yeah.
Okay, we have.
So everybody's going to get to meet Wade Boggs
Is
in
he
New
gonna
York.
come to Long Island?
Absolutely.
Oh, I can't
yeah.
wait.
Yeah.
So now, like with Jose
Stay tuned to
Reyes-
where. I have a place. I just don't want to release it yet, but until it's confirmed. But yeah.
Yeah. Now with Jose Reyes, okay, we said John Daly. John Daly. Now one of my other podcast hosts, co-hosts, he's big into golf. Loves John Daly. Now and Wade Boggs. But do any of them have any input at all of the flavor profile, or that's not?
No.
Like, what is their role of like?
Well, no, because John was
Like
really
they
not a
said-
cigar smoker. He's a cigarette smoker. So when we introduced it, when we connected with his team and we presented the business plan to him, he turned around and he said, "Yeah, let's go for it," because he saw it could be, obviously a good business thing for him. So when we went down to Tampa, my partner and I, Jason, we sat with him. I actually was sitting across from him, and we met him for the first time. And he's just a salt of the earth, down to the earth guy. He's a great guy. So we were breaking bread with him. He was there with his wife Anna, and he had his whole team, the John Daly team.
Yeah.
Long story short, I'm sitting across from him. I said, "John, I know you don't smoke cigars, but let me light you up with San Giuseppe because obviously we're making cigars for you now."
Oh, see, that's
So
an interesting fact. I thought he always did.
no, he's a cigarette smoker.
Oh, okay.
Cigarettes, yeah, he's
Because so he never.
no. I'm not saying he. I'm not saying he
wasn't
never.
on the green with the cigar in his mouth.
I don't think
That's
I've seen him
quite
any time with a cigar. Always with a cigarette.
Look
Yeah.
at that. You
Yeah.
got him to. Okay, so what
So
was the conversation?
I
like?
handed him a cigar. I lit it for him. I cut it because I cut it from. He starts puffing. I'm watching him. He got his sunglasses on. It was a summer day, and I said, "John, how do you like that cigar?" He goes, "I don't smoke, but I smoke now."
Wow.
And that was it. He was hooked. Yeah.
I'm
So
telling you, well, that's a testament to your blends, because I'm telling you right now, I don't know what's going on down in the Dominican there with your patch of acreage and the sunlight and this and that and the soil.
Yeah.
Because the first time I smoked the San Giuseppe as well, and again with someone as a super palate, I was blown away.
Thank
The
you.
flavor on this throughout, from light up to final last third, is consistent.
transitions
And
right
it's
there. It goes right
beautiful
through. Yeah.
in
There's
every
no
way.
really. It's very limited transitions.
Yeah.
It goes right from beginning to end, almost the same. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, do you know about like your soil and stuff there? Do you have
A little
something
bit,
like-
yeah. I mean, listen, it's
Is
all
there-
about calcium, and they test the soil. They fertilize it a little
Yeah.
bit. Obviously, you have to, because when they actually harvest it,
Yeah.
you get like 1.5 grows per year.
Yeah.
All right, so we got about 500 acres total
Nice.
with everything. So when you do when you harvest that, you have to, and then you have to obviously replant. So you have to prep the soil, and then once it's ready, then you can plant the actual small plant, right? And then it germinates. Like right now, the plants are about a month. They were planted a little over a month ago, so they're about maybe about 1.5 feet, 2 feet. When they're full grow, they're about 5 feet tall. They get pretty big, 5, 6. They get big, yeah. Yeah, we were talking a little bit also about how do you get the name brand out. It's all about marketing. I think a lot of people in the cigar world of clients, people that smoke, they're fixed to one or two brands, you know, and they stick with it. People don't like change, right? It's just, but you got to get out, and how to do that is marketing, obviously, and doing events like this, going to new cigar shops so guys can try your product. And once they like it, I have a very good return clientele, and they say, oh, I like it, I'm going to reorder. You know?
I found even in your last event that you did, there was with Jose Reyes was present.
Yes.
And people were more like drawn to come for him.
Yes.
They love cigars, but then they were drawn to meet the Met.
Correct.
Right? Meet Jose, and then a lot of the guys, definitely 9 out of 10 and 10 out of 10 of them said, I never had this before. I never heard of this, and they smoked it that night.
Of course.
And they loved it.
Yes. So that again, it's about getting it into their hands.
Yeah.
And Jose obviously was the marketing tool, but Jose happens to love cigars, and that's how I met him. My driver is over there is Jose's first cousin. That's how I met Jose, and that's how it all started. I went to Jose's house there in the DR, and I said, hey, Jose, would you like me to? I would love to do a cigar under your name. I'm starting a new company. He goes, go for it. And I went back to the factory.
The best yes you could get.
We designed the box, and we tried to be, creative with it, and designed the home plate box, and then it's all history from there. And then it went from one to another. We did Fergie Jenkins, Hall of Fame Chicago Cub. We went out opening day to Chicago Wrigley Field with him, and we met Bill Murray, and we were with the owner of the Cubs, and a bunch of Hall of Famers. It's a great experience. It's a great ride, And then we did the PCA show last year in Vegas. We got our name out there too. So it's just plugging into all of the proper these little avenues and these channels just to get your name out there,
Now, how many states can you get your cigar in the lounge? Like I know you're prevalent
anywhere.
New York, but are there certain laws, or can you literally be in 48?
It could be in every state. It's just a matter of the tax rate. Like New York's very high tax rate.
Yeah.
I heard that they're. Yeah, I know.
Crazy.
Unfortunately, and it doesn't hurt. It hurts us, but it hurts the customer. And it's like again, I look at it. If you're hurting the client, if you tax them, it's only going to make it, and they're going to find the way to get it, right?
We're gonna, cigars.
And then it hurts shops like this because he needs to sell product to make money and stay open and keep the lights on. And if you tax the people and you make it unreachable, what happens then? Now you're just pricing yourself out, and it becomes your sales drop at the end of the day.
All right, so we're gonna close this up, and thanks for joining. And I just want to say, what's your word now? We're gonna push for the Wade Boggs. Is that the very next?
Yes.
What's the next biggest?
Well, Larry Walker just came out. We just launched him. We just sold his boxes
now,
online.
Tell me about Larry Walker. Was there a hockey guy that you're doing, or he's another baseball?
We were talking to Ken Danico from the Devils.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we kind of put that on the shelf for now. We were talking about it. We have a lot going on. Yeah. But we're sticking with the baseball plays, and I also have coming to Big Joe Gambino. I don't know if you know Big Joe. He's all over the internet.
Is he the actor?
He's actually starting in that new series. He's filming a third season of Gravesend.
Are they going to put a San Giuseppe in the movie?
Well, I'm actually making a Big Joe Gambino edition for his cigar. It's an actual, it's a San Andres wrap, and it's a Gordo. It's a 6x60. So we're going to put his name on it. We already designed the box, and he'll be launching that soon off of his platform, his social media platform.
Well, Joe, do you have any closing remarks?
I just blessed to be here. Great sitting with you. I'm a big fan of yours.
Oh, thanks.
I really do. I watch you all the time, and it's just.
It's good to be Sicilian, I tell you.
It is. It's good. It's always good to be Sicilian. Everybody wants to be Sicilian.
Now, we just had the holidays, right? So now San Giuseppe. I had mentioned this in a couple of my other episodes. We have the famous Spinge San Giuseppe. It's a pastry.
Spinge, yeah.
Spinge. Now, what did you guys enjoy at Christmas time? Was there a special dessert that?
Well, Christmas time, I try to stay away from the sweet stuff because I'm in training. But yeah, I love it all. I mean, I grew up in a very Sicilian household, so my grandmother would make for St. Anthony's and St. Joseph. She'd make the San Giuseppe pastries with the cassata cream and
Cassata, yes.
yeah, cassata. And they do with cannoli, they do cassata.
Yes, my grandma Janina, her name is Basilia.
Oh, really,
She made the
Basilia.
cassata. That's with the ricotta, right?
The quesada cream, yes, they make it with a growth, and also they do a thing called pasta quesada, which is pasta milanese. It's with the sardines. That's a very staple St. Joseph's pasta dish. And,
It is.
yeah,
Actually,
the pinoli nuts. Yeah,
Yeah, the Aunt Sue, she makes the sardine dish.
it's very good. It's one of my favorites. Growing up, I loved it. They put the raisins and the pinoli nuts. It's really good. Yeah, so I look forward to all that stuff.
All right,
But,
so we're going to be looking out for your cigars. And
Yeah.
enjoy smoking them, and we're going to have this event here today. Again, we're in Franklin Square, Long Island, and I'll see you next time.
Take care, guys.
Bye.